Emily. It is such a pleasure to speak with you
Hi.
today. Sophia Soto with the Nerds of Color. And first off, I just want to say I'm such a huge fan of your work, and you were so fantastic in this series.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Of course. So I wanted to ask you specifically, starting off, what attracted you to the role of Rebecca?
Well, first off, it was my agent, who has been my agent since I was a kid, and I was her first client. And when I was like 14, 15, there was these things called miniseries, which I don't know that they exist anymore, but a lot of them were these period pieces on the farm, and I would regularly get cast as at 15 years old as a mother of like 7 children with on the farm, and then those went away and Schitt's Creek happened, and at the end of it she was like, I want you out of those plaids and out of those baggy jeans. And I think corset was the furthest she could push that. So that was the initial thing. But what was crazy was that when this project came to me, I was also, I just sold my own show that I was going to be a writer on. And I was reading Stephen King's book called On Writing. And I got the script about Rebecca, who is a writer. So it was amazing.
Basically like fate almost, like
it's like alive. You have to do this or you will be murdered in the gothic horror movie.
And you led us into our next question perfectly, because the show is set in the 1850s. What do you enjoy most about getting to do like a period piece rather than something like Schitt's Creek or any of your other work?
I love it. I love like the costumes. I love being in a corset. I took one of my corsets home. I just love that. I feel like it does a lot of the acting for you, and you're instantly transported into another time when you're wearing something like that and acting with Adrian Brody, who is basically from the past. So yeah, I love it.
And obviously this genre is such a popular one, especially like now. What do you think is going to set Chapelwaite apart from all the other work and really make it like strike with audiences?
Well, I think it's a really interesting question that the show asks, like, can we escape the sins of our father? And that is something that I'm very fascinated by serial killers, psychopaths. I watch all those murder documentaries, and why I watch them is because I want to know, like, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
And I like, were you delusional? Because a lot of them aren't. And so I think that's so fascinating to see in this time period, to ask that question when, Charles Boone, he didn't have a therapist he could work this out with, So it's fascinating to me. And I think that also what's the crazy coincidence of, I read this before there was a pandemic, and shooting it, there was quarantine signs within the show. So that was crazy.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. It was such a pleasure.
Huge
congrats on the show.
Your outfit.
Oh, thank you. You look stunning. Thank you so much. Congrats on the show again.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.